Today we're at Jtech and we will be removing the airbag and clock spring. In ProDam we looked up the specs and it says first to disconnect the battery cable. So first off, disconnect the battery. Next we want to take off this piece. So in order to do that, we take anything small that will fit into, let's see if this will focus, but this hole. Taking this inside this hole on the side, should be able to push in and then be able to take off each side one at a time. After both pins are popped, we should be able to extract this off. Now we can disconnect both of these wires. In order to do that, we take off these two retaining clips and then push in both of these and extract. Now we will be removing the clock spring, and in order to do this, we have to keep steering wheel straight. And also, before we take off this nut, we want to mark it. Now we're going to break loose the steering wheel nut. Now we can take off the steering wheel. And as you see, it is really tight on there, so we want to pull it and leave this lug on, and then pull this off with a jolt. With wiggling the steering wheel, we can now remove it. And this reveals the clock spring. Now we can remove the clock spring by taking off these 4 screws right here. Now that we have the 4 screws off and the electrical wires disconnected, we can take off the clock spring. A little bit. The clock spring is basically a coil of wire wrapped a bunch of times in this pack. If it is if it's turned one way or the other too much when you put this back on, it will snap the wire that's inside here. So you want to make sure you turn it all the way until it starts binding, and then turn it all the way the other way and see how many times it takes to bind the other way, and then take half of that and turn it however many times half is. Now that we have the clock spring back aligned, we can put everything that was in our steering wheel back together the same way that we took it apart.